the sheep. If you
Yeah, I missed one. Okay. I'm gonna do that again. I must have missed a room somewhere. Oh, yeah, if we're okay. Actually, let me quit out of this because that was a bad run anyway, because we didn't have any sheep to start. Penguin says, "Is this an RNG thing? Can the game be actually unwinnable?"
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's a great question.
All my sheep into Nineveh.
Can
you help me?
We'll have to study that footage again. It's possible I just forgot to. I just forgot to click on a room, maybe, because I was going fast. Maybe I messed up somewhere. I don't know.
You may want to start your search in the alley.
Anyway, so if this is going to be the run, if this is going to be the run, the time starts when this screen loads and we're given control of the cursor. So we'll pick King's Court, and as soon as the King's Court screen loads and we get the cursor, then that'll be time. And go. One. Okay, we're off to a better start already. Two. Got to do this screen or something. I don't know. Three. Maybe I saw a sheep and like forgot to click on it or something. Misclicked and accidentally like left the screen without collecting. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? We'll try this run and see if it goes better. Four. A lot of sheep in the color maze these runs. Oh, there's one. Five. Five, I said. That cost us a couple frames. All right, out of the King's Court with 5 sheep. Not a bad start. Six. Seven. Nothing rest of this area this time. Eight.
Keep your
9. It might have been this room that I forgot to get. I don't know. I don't know. 10, I think. Because the last one was 9, I think.
Greetings.
It is 10, okay. Yeah, I think I just forgot one of those 2 rooms in the last room we were in. 11? 12? The cat is not a sheep, but the sheep is a sheep. 13. $14. There, nothing in here. Into the sewers. In the sewers this time. Really? Nothing in the sewers. Okay. That was a waste. Oh, there's one. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. And if there were one more, we could go home, but there is not. So we don't get to skip the last 2 rooms, and it's got to be in the last 2 rooms somewhere. 20. There it is. And time. Because time stops when I click on the thing and I lose control and everything. And that's our run. Now,
now
is that improvable? With better RNG? Yeah? Let me just hear the speech again.
Congratulations! You have found all the lost sheep and brought them home. You are very smart and very quick. Accept my gold crown as your grand prize.
Is that the guy who voiced God in the cartoon we just watched? Anyway, so ways this run could be improved. Better RNG, obviously. If we'd gotten that 20th sheep a couple rooms earlier, then we could have just gone straight north in the second home exit instead of having to go back and go left a couple times and take the third one. I mean, in theory, let me look at the map here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, in theory, all 20 sheep could be in the King's Court, and you could get them and just be able to go home like the first home exit you see, like when you get out of the safe. Now, is that ever going to happen? No, but that's how the RNG would, or that's how the main way that the run time on that would be improved is just get better sheep luck so that you can go home earlier than we did, because we had to like wait all the way till the last exit there. Also, if we had a roller controller, it's a special peripheral that came with kids' point-and-click edutainment games. That was just a giant trackball with a little clicky button on it. You can move the cursor a lot faster with a roller controller than you can like with a normal controller. Like when I'm holding right, the cursor moves about this fast. With a roller controller, it's like, you have an actual mouse and you can move it at the speed you can move an actual mouse. A roller controller would like dramatically reduce the amount of just sheer input time that went into that. The loading time we can't really do anything about. The sheep placement's just pure RNG. Penguin says, Celine, no, please don't start optimizing Story of Jonah speedruns. But Zach says, other than that, the only way I can see times being improved is the emulation scene improves and someone zooms through this with a touch screen. Yeah, pretty much, or roller controller. So he says, Death Warp to fight Blade. He always steals the 5th sheep to the other end of the map if you don't. Yeah, that's the other way RNG could maybe help if you happen to like take purposeful trouble warps and they just drop you like right where you need to be. But that's another thing you severely cannot count on. So I'm tempted to call that a pretty good run to start. We'll see what the time is when we get the highlight of this and time it offline, because we don't have live split or anything, so we'll have to time this offline. But that'll be the Story of Jonah Lost Sheep run to start, because honestly, again, who's going to beat that? You'd need to have the hardware unless the emulation scene picks up, which last I checked, it hasn't yet. But Zizy says, Celine will buy the largest trackball on Earth and oil that sucker up to challenge God in a sheep counting contest. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to quit out of this. Penguin says, there's a question for the ages. Do you count the loading times? Yes. Time starts when you're first given control, and it stops when you lose control. Like the instant you first gain control to the instant, like the last possible instant where you still have control and you surrender it is when speedruns are typically measured. If there's a lot of load time in between, that's just unfortunate for your run. Ask Say about like losing how many River City Ransom speedruns have you lost to just like going to the warehouse and it was the laggiest pattern? And like the gangs that spawned just happened to be like the laggiest ones that added like a couple extra seconds to your run right there just to run from one side of the screen to the other because of the lag. It happens. That's part of speedrunning. Teleporting says, I may have the motivation now to buy the hardware and speedrun the sheep collection. Oh my gosh, if we can get a Lost Sheep speedrunning thing going, yes please. That would be incredible. Say says, outright lost, hard to say, but that always loses 3+ seconds per room. Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to quit out of this. I'm going to take a brief break just to get some more water. I've pretty much drained the water bottle, take a restroom break, stuff like that. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do some